Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, continuing our playthrough of EU4 with Arumba. And now we're going to have to deal with the repercussions of accepting that shitty general.
It's not my fault he was not a good general. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Anyway, you rolled bad. It was you. I blame you.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so I'm thinking that we're not going to be able to get the English to march into Lancashire. It's just not going to happen. We could try. We still have a little bit of time. How many months do we have?
Let's go have a look.
10% would be 5 months. So in 5 months they will rebel. So that would be this. We're in the first month. 6th month would be June.
Okay? The aristocratic coup is going to be bigger. The army that's going to come from that is going to be bigger than the army that comes from this, right? There's no point of waiting and killing that. Like, it's going to be worse, right, if we let this happen than if we just revoke this and force an army out of this. No,
the size of the rebellion is going to be the same regardless. And it's going to be dependent on the development of the province you're revoking. So if we revoke it, we're probably looking at like I don't know, it could be a 10 stack, could be a 15 stack. I'm not really sure.
Man, that's a lot. Okay.
It is, but they're not as good as other nations, right? A lot of times rebels will have no general, or they'll have lower morale numbers. But if we have 5 months, let's pull back. Let's let the English take back the war goal. We'll park our army in like Cumbria or something, and let's just see if we can convince him to march. He'll finish the siege of Lincolnshire. He'll want to take Yorkshire, and then maybe we can convince him to go march his army into Lincolnshire.
Does he see that stack as like a hostile nation? Does he see value in killing that stack?
No, or is it just he'll try to avoid it, but if we wait till he's movement locked, then he can't help it, which is what's so dirty about it. Okay, he is marching. Okay, this is interesting. So Northumberland on the 7th, we can be there on the 5th. Let's wait 1 day.
Okay.
And he cancels.
Turned around already. Yeah.
Okay. Remember the key number here is June the 1st.
Okay.
We cannot let the disaster fire.
But we don't want to fight both armies simultaneously. This is looking like bad positioning for us.
We may end up just having to let the rebels fire and let them siege stuff down. If we can't deal with them right now, we can't deal with them right now. But we can't let the disaster fire. But we also,
if we start to move towards Lancashire, maybe we can get him to move in there, and then we can turn around.
Okay,
he's going north. Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking we're going to see happen is that he's going to
pop up.
Okay, go ahead.
Should be a stable government. Several of the leading members of government are deeply worried about some changes proposed and how the realm should be ruled. They demand to stop such outrageous reforms based on our tried and improved traditions, naturally avoiding mentioning how the changes will impact their own power base. We can lose 50 admin, or we can lose 10 prestige. We have a shit ton of admin. We'll just accept the demands, right?
Wait. No. Admin's really valuable. It's the most important monarch point in the game.
Yeah, but we're about to be fighting the English army and a rebel army at the same time with 0 reinforcement manpower available and negative money for debt. Do we really want to lose prestige? Because I kind of don't.
Well, yeah, but you remember the little trick we can do. We're about to have an important battle. Why don't you just stick that alert in the corner for a moment?
All right. Okay.
Just don't click it. Let's do this battle and then probably take the prestige hit.
Okay.
Because we don't want to lose the admin points. We really don't.
Okay.
Okay. If he stays locked, he's not. Okay.
He's
okay. He's doing it. Okay. Right, exactly what I was hoping for. Let's wait till we see that he's locked.
Okay.
Okay. We've got both locked, I assume. Yes, they're both arriving on the same day. Why don't you go ahead and do it? Go revoke revoke from the nobility.
We're locked too. Where are we going? We're going to Northumberland. Okay.
Northumberland, yeah.
So I want to see to do this. I want to go to the B, and I want to go to estates. I want to click on nobility to see which is which. The dark purple, I guess, is the nobility here. Is there some way to tell that?
Yep. Well, they're always the same color. Yeah. So you could either do it from the macro builder.
Revoke from the nobility. Okay.
And it says right there.
This will decrease their loyalty by 13 to 13, and influence by 9.9 to 79.6, and percentage of land by 6.6 to 3.1%.
Now, and then this is an important thing for the newer players. It doesn't say anything about there being a rebellion, does it?
No, it does not. I was just wondering about that.
But you need to just know always, if they are currently disloyal, if their loyalty number is red, as in below 40%, they will always rebel for every province you revoke. Every time, 100% chance. If they're positive, there will never be a rebellion due to revoke. It's not random. So it was only a 9 stack, but hey, I'd rather that the English take care of that 9 stack than us. And so now
nobility are refusing to accept the confiscation of their property in Lancashire and have risen in revolt against us.
That's so weird. Two birds with one stone, right?
Can we?
If we were to march in there, okay, so this is a good question.
Negative penalties.
If we were to march in there right now, there's two hostile forces. We're hostile to both sides. We would not be able to join the battle. What would end up happening is that whoever wins, we would end up becoming. We would do another battle after this battle. So we wouldn't join on either side. In this case, we would actually probably be the defender, but
why?
Because
we don't have a fort in there. Why would we be the defender if we showed up for that after they're in there?
Because technically our army's standing there doing nothing. And so it's as if it was standing there doing nothing. Yes, I know.
Okay, and from where? So where would they be? Where would England be the aggressor from when they win this?
Wherever wherever they came from Yorkshire.
Do we want to go take that then? Because we'd have +1 fucking combat strength if they're coming across the river.
Let's go do it. Sure, why not? Let's go test the theory. See if my memory's correct. Okay, now no, that's bad. Well,
we just got locked into it.
They beat the battle before the actual thing, so we didn't get to arrive in time. Okay, well, we're not going to have the river crossing because we have a better maneuver general, but we're stuck. We've got to fight full combat width versus full combat width. We have superior morale, equal tech, no discipline disadvantage.
I don't want this fight. This is a terrible fight to take, Arumba.
Doesn't matter. We have to do it because we're movement locked. So cross your fingers, pray to the Wallace god.
No, we can't
Wallace!
give him no advantages.
Wallace! Just roll a 7.
All right.
It's the fire phase, so but who cares? 7 versus a 0. We'll take it, Wallace. Now don't fail us. Nice!
8 versus 0 again? Are you kidding me right now?
Wallace, I love you. Oh my god!
9 versus 2? We're gonna fucking stack wipe him. One more roll. One more roll.
He just rolled a 10 versus a 2. What was that? He rolled 8. What did he roll? 8, 8, 9, or 8, 9, 9?
I think it was 8, 9, 9 or something. Right?
Jesus!
All right.
Oh, he's a god among men.
Come on.
Oh, and then he rolls a 1. Okay, it's okay. We don't worry about the 1. It's fine. But that's just amazing. England just entered.
8. Doesn't matter though, really.
No, at this point it doesn't matter because look at this. Look at the flanks.
So
our regiments are at 800, and he was over the.
What? I don't. Okay, pause for a second. Okay, you are pause. I'm looking at the same battle you are, right? Like Henry the 8th Tudor, like that's the guy we're fighting. But I only see 2 guys in there.
Yeah, because all of the other troops that were in the front row maxed out the combat width, and we just made them all run away because they ran out of morale. The armies that were unable
troops disengage at a time
when their morale gets to 0, they leave the fight.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
there's not a chance you can do anything.
No, and what happened is because he had more troops than the maximum combat width, he had troops that were hanging out in the back row, not losing morale, and so once the full front row ran away, those other troops went into the front row, and so now we're gonna crush these 2 cav. We gained 1.56 war score. We killed so many men, 3-1, 10,000 troops killed. That was a glorious battle. And you were saying you didn't want that fight.
I didn't want that fight. We did not have the whole point when you're fighting superior forces. You want to set up terrain to your advantage and stacking bonuses as much as you can. We didn't have those. So, I mean, it worked out well. You got lucky, Arumba.
Okay. All right, let's check and see. How is Portugal's enthusiasm looking? Are they ready to go? 5 enthusiasm right now.
Okay. Should I take the prestige hit now?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
I would keep the admin points.
Okay. I would have gone the opposite.
All right. I don't like how he may have stopped in London. And the fact that he may have stopped in London makes me think it's possible that we could have been trying for stack wipes. If his army is actually only retreating to London and not behind the fort, then that's...
How long would it take us to march there?
Well, I want to get the whole army together real quick. We got to take back Yorkshire.
Yeah. You mean... Oh, yeah.
We got to get back the war goal before we worry about moving forward. We're at 21 war score without the war goal. With the war goal, we're going to be like looking at 25-30 war score right now.
It's good.
Now, keep in mind, though, you cannot actually demand any territory unless you've occupied at least 1 fort, which we haven't done yet.
Oh, I did not know that.
So even though we have good war score...
I want territory. If we're going to stay in this war this long...
We will have to get to the point where we can siege a fort.
Okay.
So...
Right now, all we're doing is sieging our treasury.
Yeah. So, okay, at this point we have 0 morale. Sorry, 0 manpower. We've got to take our actual infantry. So I'm going to grab the army. And then you see we've done this before, so I'm not covering new ground here, but detach the mercenaries because we don't want to mess with them. We want them reinforcing at full speed.
Okay.
So I've detached the mercenaries. Then I'm going to select the other army. I'm going to grab just the infantry. So now I have nothing but infantry selected, and I'm going to consolidate the regiments of infantry, regular, real infantry, down.
And this is and let me just conceptually make sure I understand what you're doing here. You're taking non-full strength infantry stacks. Because we can't reinforce, normally you leave them non-full, so all the regiments are reinforcing, so we get more troops back per monthly tick in our army. Instead, you're consolidating down into fewer regiments, but because we have no manpower, we can't reinforce the regiments anyways, but this gives us full-strength regiments that are going to be fighting.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's not the same case with the mercs, because mercs have infantry, they have infinite manpower.
Yep. So, but is there not a downside to having, doesn't this make us less wide?
Exactly. What we've just done, though, is we've just reduced our combat width from 24 down to 23. So if there's another big, important full combat width battle, we would need to hire another merc infantry to compensate for the lack of manpower.
Okay.
But we're hoping we don't have to do that now.
What is the downside of having a lower strength regiment? It does less damage, or it has lower morale? What's the downside of having like a guy who's at 63% in a row as opposed to 100%?
The morale would be the exact same. Morale doesn't get affected, but 63% regiment strength means 63% damage dealt. Direct correlation.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Okay, so I'm thinking he's still going to be in Kent, and there he is. So yeah, this whole time he has been retreating behind the fort, so we haven't been missing out on an opportunity there. So notice how we can't get to him. So I think again we're still backing off.
Can we look at a little bit at zone of control here? Can you just like click a couple different locations and see where the fuck we'd go? Oh, don't engage his army. So yeah, so we can go anywhere we want right now.
Not quite. We can't go past the fort. But what's curious about it is that I'm guessing what's happening here is that because we could enter Oxfordshire and we could enter Essex from Lincolnshire, it's allowing us to move freely between those two on this side of the zone of control.
Oh, God, I really hope we figure this out at some point. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Okay,
it's a 2-stack, but it's going towards... Oh, no, they just...
Yeah, okay, so he's still merking up, which means that we're going to have to buy that other merc to fill a combat with. We can't afford to be below.
Diplomatic approach of Queen Consort.
Okay.
Well, growing up in France, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We just gained 50 diplo power. That's my only option. I'm clicking it.
Nice. That's great. We're doing a diplomatic idea group right now. It's very handy. Okay. Keep an eye on the Portuguese war enthusiasm. They're at 4. The aristocratic coup is now ticking down, which is what we wanted to see. Let's go back to spying on spying on England to keep our spy network strength nice and high. We'll spy on Denmark to keep our potential strength against them if we ever do attack Norway high. Are there any other interactions we can do with the estates right now that would benefit us? We could ask for a contribution from the burghers. We could recruit a minister.
Wasn't there... You were telling me something about the ask for contributions. When does it become bigger? The
20,
contribution?
25, 50, 75.
Okay, so we just hit 50. Points. So we ought to do this.
I'm actually thinking I might want to recruit that minister. Recruit the Master of Mint. It's a level 2 advisor at half price. We've talked before about how good those are. It'll keep them below 80%.
Sure, but I don't ever remember which one does what. So which advisor is this?
Master of Mint is an administrative advisor that reduces your inflation by 0.1% per year, which is good. It's a very good thing. We do have inflation. We've gained inflation from taking out loans. We've gained inflation from demanding money from countries in peace deals. We have 3.37% inflation right now. Go to your economy tab. And in the very bottom, below all the income information, there's a little indicator. It says 3.37, and it's staying equal. Meaning we don't have any gold mines. We're not gaining inflation due to having gold mines. It's just staying flat. And all of the inflation we've gained has come from peace deals and taking out loans. Every loan you take out increases inflation by 0.1%.
Okay. This guy lowers inflation?
Yeah, by 0.1% per year. So it's going to take him 33 years to make it go away. But the way I generally look at this is that if you hover over that reduce inflation button,
it
takes 75 admin to reduce inflation by 2. Okay. And so I'm not going to do the math for you right here, but just trust me on this. Effectively, the reduce inflation guy...
why you're not going to do the math. Normally you would be all over that math, but right now it's fucking up your recording setup to do that, to use calculator. And I think that's the biggest complaint with this, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because I'm playing in full screen mode, I can't use my Bodo.
I don't want your fans to think you're like sick or something.
No, I still do math all the time. Anyway, but here's the math. Roughly, in your head, the reduce inflation guy, if you have inflation, he functionally earns you about 0.3 extra admin points per month.
Okay.
if you were to spend those points buying down near inflation.
Okay.
So even though he's a level 2 advisor, he's almost like a level 2.3 advisor. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the way I look at it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying we need to hire that guy right now. I'm just saying we should click the button interaction, because that will raise the influence of the burgers by 15 up to 77, which hits that next breakpoint. Remember, the breakpoints are 25, 50, 75. So we could get even more money from the burgers.
Yeah.
Now there is another button.
Too high is a little scary.
But it's not above 80. The only issue we had with the nobility, the reason why it was so dangerous is because we intentionally went above 80. Yep. We're not going above 80 here. I don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. And if you hover over the influence of the burgers, you can see that granted admiralship will expire in May of 74. So in like 2 years anyway, it's going to come down by 20%.
All right, I'm gonna recruit that minister though.
Yeah. Okay, so
and I kind of want him. He's better.
Okay, but now, well, we're losing money right now. It's probably a bad idea to hire more expensive advisors while you're losing money.
But I thought he was the same. Yeah, okay, he's more expensive, but he's the same value per cost, right? So it's just basically doubling the monthly in from that. Yeah,
we do want him, but let's hold off until we're financially in a better position. I would just wait a little bit, because you got to pay a higher cost to hire him, which is reduced because he's special, but I wouldn't hire him while we're in a financial spin.
And why are we waiting on admin technologies right now again? Remind me.
Because we were waiting for the institution spread. We want the Reformation to hit us.
Okay.
So now we have one last decision to make. So we just hit that breakpoint. Now you'll notice that the contribution is 112.44 ducats. So it's gone higher because we hit that breakpoint. But there's another button we could click instead. And you got to make a long-term or short-term decision here. Do you want short-term 112 ducats, or do you want long-term 150 Diplo power?
150 Diplo.
Okay. The drawback is, if you take the contribution, if you take the money, their loyalty will drop from 50 down to 40. They'll still be loyal. We still have full trade efficiency, plus 20%. And the loyalty will tick back up towards 50. On the other hand, if you take the 150 Diplo points, then it'll still trend towards 50, but it's going to take their loyalty down to 30, which will make them disloyal. So you're going to lose, instead of having plus 20% trade efficiency, you're going to have negative 10% trade efficiency. And every province occupied by the burghers is going to be, until they become loyal.
Yeah, but how much does it tick? So if I look over this, it doesn't tell me how much it ticks per month.
Yeah, because it's at 50. It would tick at roughly 0.1% by default. So 0.1% per month, and you need 10%. So we're talking like 100 months, or they'd be back.
Well, that's kind of a while. They're neutral at 50 right now, so we got to do something, huh?
I'm gonna give you the greedy slash. We need to define this term here. The greedy play or the safe play.
People think greed is bad. Greedy play is almost always. It's not always the better plays. You're min-maxing, right? You're always taking as much as you can without costing yourself too much, and that's greedy. But sometimes you get punished for it. But most times, if you do it right, you're not getting punished for it. You're just min-maxing. So.
Right. So here's your decision then. The greedy play is to take the Diplo points right now. The safe play is to take the contribution, and I'll leave it up to you. Okay. Right.
I mean, seems like a no-brainer. All right.
Now, the super greed play would be to ask for the contribution now, too. Because you can do that as well if you really wanted to.
No.
Okay, so the good thing about that is you just actually got enough points to take another idea already, which there's really no reason to not take, which is also going to give us 10% trade efficiency, offsetting some of the penalty we just took. I would definitely take that, yeah.
Wait.
Take that idea.
Comets? Oh, no, okay. That's something else. All right, national trade policy, trade efficiency. Done. All right, soon we're going to modernize the Royal Scots Army, Navy.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we can throw some sailors into the boats.
So I queued up another merc for us in the province that we're standing in, just so that we're back up to full combat with. But now we're waiting to see what the French do. Looks like Castile took care of the rebels. They're back up sieging down Poitou. The French are about to take back their province. They have a 21% chance of relieving that siege down there.
Okay.
We're camped out, sitting here.
We need to get a siege of London. We got to stack wipe this friggin' English army. Can we just do that? I mean, we almost had it. We rolled this like 999 or whatever the hell it was, 988 or whatever it was. Can we just stack wipe this Arumba? Can you just make that happen?
Yeah, that last siege was the last phase. We didn't get the nice roll. He's being an idiot, and he's marching one army forward, one army backward. We're gonna stack wipe that one stack here.
One, yeah. What was your? Okay.
He's gone on the 24th. We're there on the 27th. That looks good. Thank you, England. We appreciate you sacrificing a merc to the merc god.
Is he gonna get out? No. Right.
1
Get wrecked.
Okay. England is no longer considered to be a great power. We're kicking their ass so bad that they're falling behind. That's great. The French still have not relieved that siege down there. We need their army.
Their percent has gone down. They just broke up. They're bringing Super General up though.
Yeah, they took the 443 off. The 4413. So because they have no general there with siege value, they lost 3 siege pips, which was worth 21%. That's why they're down to 14% chance instead. But it looks like he might be marching to engage the 10 stack.
That'd be nice. Pop up. Finally, we got a good one. Let's just call it. Well, I don't even know if it's good. It just says fantastic news. The biggest problem with collecting income from trade is smuggling. Our government policy of supporting the mercantile interest has led the merchant class to cooperate more against those who choose to smuggle, at least for a while. Burghers gain loyalty.
Nice.
Oh, hold on, but we should demand money before we take the loyalty, probably. It's currently 30. We'll gain 10.
Makes no difference whether you, it wouldn't make a difference, but that's really convenient for us. Now here's the choice. Again, okay, if they're going to gain 10, that's going to put them back to loyal, which is going to give us, would you rather have a 30% swing in trade efficiency, or would you rather keep them where they are right now? Okay, if you could choose, would you rather have that button say, make the burghers loyal, or take 110 ducats?
I need to go look for trade, so I'm going to go to the trade menu and try to look at the sense of how much money we're making per month.
It's tricky, though, because we're at war, and our fleet is not able to do its job because we're at war with England. If we weren't at war with England... We're going to be at war with
England for a while.
Exactly.
I mean, this war is going to go on for a while, so I don't know that I care that much about trade efficiency right now. Okay. Like, I'm going to care, but isn't the kind of immediate value of not taking out 1 billion more loans more useful?
Yeah, I mean, sure. 1 billion? I don't know if we're going to take 1 billion. We're at negative 400 ducats now, which is not good, but...
Yeah, it's like about 1 billion loans, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, you do it. You do what you want to do.
Hold on. So I got to do some interactions there. I got to go to the estates. I need to go to the burghers. I need to take demand contribution. We get 108 ducats. Okay. Done that. And I'm going to take fantastic news and back up to 30. Okay. All right. And Arumba, we're at that happy time.
Yeah. And I've just put us in a position where we're going to fight with a +1 advantage. And we've just got a stack weapon right now. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready. Hold on. Oh, I see. We're gonna you maneuver to fight in Lincolnshire.
Behind a river.
They're gonna come to us behind a river. Mm-hmm. Okay. We don't. There's also, by the way, Naples is landing another 2 stack on us.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of tempted here. We'll talk about this in the next episode. But I'm.
Right.
Yeah. Here's your little cliffhanger. We'll be back.
My little cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Where do you think I got that from? Anyway.
I don't know. See you soon.
See you guys soon.